podcast. Well, you better tune in. You can see the picture. All you gotta do is zoom in. You in your man cave. There's no time for your girlfriend. They talk about the Sixers and how the Sixers gonna win. If they take your loss, they gonna hear BG going in. Jenny from the block, that's a lot. They was up 10, now they down 5. You can see it in his eyes. He a fan for life, and he sitting courtside. Sports guy, if you know me, I'ma say fly. I cross you over like when they had AI. I still a ball. I ain't ask you, may I? Not at my house, they came back. I ain't gotta try. Maxi for the 3, he try and win. They don't want the time. B try and win. I don't wanna see that boy cry. I live by the gun. I'ma shoot. I don't wanna die. They eat, sleep Sixers. You should know that it's game time.
So this shit wavy.
Welcome to Eat Sleep Sixers. I am one of your hosts, 215 the Sports Guy, and today I am blessed that my OG bestowed his presence on us today. Berg from SWP. What up, OG?
What's up, Carl? What's up, folks? Man, it's our last hurrah, man. Let's see if we can do something.
Most definitely.
With your hopes, because it's not looking all that great, but we'll see.
Hey, Berg, I'm gonna be selfish, man, because you my OG. We ain't been chopping it up on the phone like we used to hear your thoughts about the Sixers. So run it down to me. What is the difference to you from last series to this series with the Sixers, besides the obvious of Joel Embiid not being,
I don't think it's a difference with the Sixers. I think it's a difference with New York and Boston. Boston shot primarily threes, and it was either a matter of making them or missing them. So, this Knicks team, man, they familiar with one another, especially with the Villanova boys. Like, they know each other's instincts, this and that. And I think they exploiting Embiid when he's in there. He just don't have that lateral, that up and down. So that's the scouting report on Embiid, and I just think it's effective. Not to mention rebounds,
Yeah.
If you don't have a big man down there, we definitely ain't getting no offensive rebounds, and he's just not a rebounder or a rim protector. That's my take.
To be totally honest, last series we didn't really have to face big men, like that. That was a smaller team. This series, we're seeing big men out there, multiple big men. And, we're being faced with the challenge of grabbing rebounds, which we've been horrible in all year long. And, we've kind of just like been teetering and when we're going to see, and them improving that. They never did. And now we're here in the playoffs. We're in game 4. Say that again.
It wasn't going to change now. You know what I mean? It's been a glaring default all season. We get blown out on the boards and we give up a lot of offensive rebounds. And I'm not going to blame everything on Nurse, because sometimes it's a matter of effort. I won't even say execution, because I don't think he presents anything to execute. He just argues with Rick, in my opinion.
That's it.
So, and then, with this 3-guard lineup, we're just going to be limited on the boards, although we had more boards than them in one game.
Most definitely.
Surprisingly, the one that Embiid didn't play.
Most definitely. We haven't really gotten no help off this bench. It's been abysmal throughout this series, man. And that's been an issue as well. If their guys off the bench are coming in, they're making shots and they're making impacts, they're being inserted into the starting lineup, right, Bird? And they're making impacts in the starting lineup. And our guys aren't doing that. And it's starting to wear on the team, I feel, especially the starters. They can't get a breather. They got to play 45 minutes. And that's a problem, bro.
Exactly. And at this juncture, it's too late to try to implement something different. Like this been started. This started at practice. I always say, Carl, what do they do at practice? And, you got guys with size, the Watfords, the Edwards, and Jabari Walker. Them dudes got size. That's why I'm not as critical on bench players, because they never got a chance to actually get acclimated into anything. And I'm going to attribute that all to Nurse.
Right.
Like, you can say Maury and this and that, but once you got what you got, Maury is in hindsight. Talk about Maury during the offseason. He's not the reason we lost last game.
Right.
It's
Right. Right.
listen, it's a matter of what he does. Like I said, Carl, man, I'm just gonna be rational with my hopes and expectations, of course. And if we get one out of this, I'm satisfied. But we're not winning 4 games. That's the reality.
I
So
understand.
not much room for criticism. I've been defending our bench for a long time, simply saying that they don't get a chance. But then somebody will say, "Oh yeah, he got time when this person was out." No, they didn't really get a chance.
No, no.
What, 7 players? How many players is he using?
About seven, about seven, about
And
seven.
6 maybe 1 game.
Well, if I'm totally honest with you, Bird, BG was right. BG was right. There's not much of even mid-level talent on that bench. You have young, promising players who have a ceiling, but nobody has proved themselves in the NBA and to be a bench insert. And I think that is a Morey problem. You let go of Jared McCain for nothing. Somebody who was going to give you something off that bench and put nothing back on there. Boom. Turn around. He's scoring 18 points off the bench. Boom. He's clearing MVP of the league, minutes that he could sit on the bench and be fresh for next game. And we don't have that.
System and availability. Like, these guys made it to the league for a reason, Carl. You understand what I'm saying? If they're not utilized, prepared properly, I mean, you will never know. You can't have expectations of a player that never gets a chance. Like I said, didn't Watford have a triple-double one time? Didn't Evans hit 5 threes? Didn't, Barlow have a 20-10 game? They're capable. But if you're not utilized properly and prepared properly, it's all about development, man. You can't have all these wild expectations of young players if they never really got a chance.
Well, to be honest, we're not in the developmental, bag with Nurse as the coach. No young player has been, built up to the player that he should be under Nick Nurse. We've seen it over and over again. He's used to veteran players, wily veteran players, going out there with a game plan of their own, knowing how to get out of certain stuff. We're not getting that from Nick Nurse. So, at the end of the day, I hear people say, my ear to the street, man, 215 the sports guys out here, man. I hear people say, well, I can't wait after this season. We're going to trade Embiid, trade Paul George. No, it's not going to happen. It just won't happen unless another team will say, yes, I'll accept Joel Embiid and all his problems. Yes, I'll accept Paul George and his issue. There's no team not doing that under this money that they're making right now. So saying that to say, going forward, if things don't go our way tonight, today, you immediately retool this bench and give them an opportunity more than what they had this year.
Sorry about that, folks.
You good, man. I just don't think the supporting cast is good enough. Along with the coach, Bert. Along with the coach. It starts there, right? But I don't think the supporting cast, even when we get our coach that knows how to develop, is there.
I do.
Go ahead.
I do. I mean, Tobias Harris, you look in Sixers 24/7 in these different groups. Oh, he garbage. Paul Reed, horrible, shouldn't be in the league. Isaiah Joe. These dudes go to other systems and other coaches that game plan and do scouting reports on the other team more than here. These guys will go somewhere else and be formidable bench players.
Most definitely.
See, the problem is that the role player is extinct. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want 30 and 20 from everybody on the bench or microwave results from new players. No, it don't work like that, man. Nurse, I hate to keep going in on him, man, but he is the ultimate problem that the Sixers have, man.
He is, but
I would with their expectations. They quick to call somebody garbage. That's Philly fans, though.
I wouldn't
but with these sons I got, I had to be rational with my expectations and give people a chance, and they all doing good. That's how I look at it.
Most definitely. What up, Prophet? At the end of the day, man, I felt like at the beginning of this season, I said it. You can rewind a tape on this show. This team is still halfway built for Joel Embiid, halfway trying to go towards building to what Tyrese Maxey likes to do and going forward. That's why they drafted a VJ. That's why they brought in Watford, his best friend, in here. But they still have players that complement what Joel Embiid likes to do. So next offseason, you get more players in here. Draft a player, you're going to draft in the first round. You get a player more suited to run up and down the floor and shoot fucking threes. You know what I mean? Nextly, you get a big man. Exactly. You get a big man who you can groom and develop so that when Joel Embiid cannot play, he can start his role in it and then send himself to be the big man for the Sixers. We don't have one. We don't have the a big man who can play when Joel's.
You know what I'm going to say, right?
What's
you know
up?
what I'm going to
What's up?
Let Bona work with Elijah Wan during the offseason and watch that energy he got. He got the energy to make up for it. Nobody's schooling him. Like nobody at practice. He don't have a mentor or nothing, but people just conclude that man will never succeed. What do you expect from him?
Hey, Bert, some people are just NBA players and some people aren't, bro. He just don't got the IQ. He just don't. He don't got it, bro. He don't got it.
Are you saying that he won't ever get it? He just there's nowhere in the world that Bona can be a formidable big man off the bench for somebody. I can see him grabbing
for somebody. Yes, not us. I just he has to go next season. He has.
We got a game today.
We got a game. We got a game.
Our starters has been our starters and our coach has been the reason we lost more often than our bench. But people tend to see other benches thrive and just conclude that if that same exact
I disagree with you.
We be in the finals. No, it don't work like that.
I disagree with you. We're like 29th in bench scoring in the league, bro. That's a huge reason why we are.
But what about bench minutes?
Well, when the regular season was going on, bench was playing. They were not contributing. Grimes here and there. Barlow.
Tell me something. Other than Grimes, what percentage of overall game shots was by bench players? They don't barely even get shots. You got a ISO ball 2-man game with 3 players literally idle along the baseline. You pass it to them, they miss that shot, they garbage.
It's Nurse's system. It's Nurse's system. It's Nurse's system. They have players that play one way, and it has Nurse's system who want to catch and shoot guys out in the corner and let his superstars do his thing individually.
That has not worked.
It's not going to work.
Playing through Embiid does not work. Embiid can have 49 and we can lose.
Nah, I do think that's a badge on that you say. I think playing through Embiid can work if Embiid plays smart and he's healthy. If Embiid's healthy and he plays smart, you can. Yeah, that's a double.
Use what's right in front of you. If you need a 9/16 and you only got a 1/4 inch, of course a 9/16 you will crush it, but you don't have one. You got to deal with what you got. And I don't think Nurse know how to just, counter the fact that Embiid is fucked up.
Hey, Berg, we got to talk about the fact that time and time again this series, man, these guys have gotten open shots. They've missed them. Oubre has missed them. BJ has missed them. Guys have missed open shots. So I'm not going to ride the Joel Embiid train when we're getting awful games from our other players. PG, 15 points in the first quarter. You went fucking missing the rest of the game, bro. I'm calling you out. I'm calling you out. It's kind of funny how Vegas line was 17 points, bro. And you say that. I'm just saying. Go ahead, Bert.
One of our liabilities is rebounding, collective defense. We out of place on defense so crazy. I don't care how many open shots somebody hits, man. Defense is more of a problem than our offense, in my opinion.
Most definitely.
We're not defending. Then they throw in that pick and roll at Embiid. There's nothing he can do with it. They're exploiting it. And that coach y'all got, I'm going to say y'all, he's not my coach. I like nothing about him. He does not improvise on nothing. He does more arguing with refs than he does actually talking to the players.
Well, I have not seen him get frustrated with a player all year. You're right about that. I think that, trickles down to the lack of discipline on the floor. I'm not saying they should be scared of their coach, but there should be some level of discipline that he done said already. And I don't really see it out there. I think
they should be scared of their coach. I look at that like a father. You know why young boys is messed up nowadays? They're not scared of their father. I was petrified of my father.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's nothing to respect. So it's not going to be no order, man, unless you demand it or at least come up with something to make it happen.
Joel Embiid, I love you to death, bro. But if you are not right, you don't need to play.
Yeah,
Now,
he's
when I'm
tremendous.
saying right, when I'm saying not right, it's been games where you played on one leg and you got buckets. If you can't move laterally at all, bro, if you can't get up and down the floor, you don't need to be out there. Yeah, it's a bad joint, and it really showed up last game. To the point where Nurse had to play cat and mouse game, take you out the game, putting you back in, take you out the game. You know, we shouldn't have to do that at this juncture of the season, you know. But we're
And
here,
think
bro.
about it, game 2 was the best we looked. Or was it 3? One of them games.
We didn't take
the one that we got kind of close, you know.
Well, we played fast pace with them. We played fast pace with them that game.
Yeah, and Embiid can't do that. I love Embiid. I don't want people to think I'm bashing Embiid.
You do bash Embiid, Berg. I'm gonna call it out. You do. You bash Embiid. But
I'm not bashing Embiid. I just address his flaws. But I can't blame him for being injured. I never bashed him for being injured.
That's my only thing with Embiid, though. That's my only complaint with Embiid is that he's hurt too much. He's hurt too much. You can't count on it.
And you know, I mean, that's not even on him. If somebody push your teammate into your knee, that's not your fault.
Right.
My thing is, if you're not ready, don't let your pride put us in more of a hole than we already in, man. Do not play. I'd rather just see people play.
One thing for sure, two things for certain. You know, VJ once again has to do a better job on Brunson. I feel like the game you're speaking of, game 2, he did an excellent job on it. Excellent. But it has to be a team effort, Berg. I don't want them. It seemed like Nick Nurse put him on there. Yo, do the best you can with him. No, bro. It has to be a whole team effort on him. He's like Allen Iverson, not comparing him, but he needs an extra hand in his face, or it's going to be a long fucking night.
The best thing against Brunson is to stay in front of him. If he make that jump shot, so be it. But once he get past you, and then our big man got to commit, and then they passing up like or kicking it out, and don't double team.
Yo,
VJ have 4 or 5 fouls at the end of the game.
I hope
if this man is just scoring at will.
I hope we whip their ass tonight for sure. But I could tell you one thing:
they win tonight. That's my championship, dog.
Hey, listen, shout out to the Knicks organization for building their team the right way. They've been doing it for some years. They got the Villanova Wildcats together with championship pedigree. It's kind of what Howie Roseman did with the Eagles. He got guys that won together on the collegiate level and hope that would cross over. And it does in playoff ball. They do play together in hostile environments and playoff ball. You could see that. They're not scared of the Wells Fargo Center because they played here before in the tournament. You know what I mean? So it's a solid team, but I still think they have not gotten our best game. Even the game we kept it tight in, we didn't close it at the fourth quarter. We're running out of gas. We're running out of gas.
Guys, they don't have no gas now.
Right.
Look at went 7 games with Boston, fought to the death, and then 2 days later you right back in the game. Now it's game 4, and you just played less than 48 hours ago.
I was just talking to BG, and we agreed that those 7 games with Boston, that was the last reserve of Joel Embiid's tank. He gave us all he had that series, and this is the result of that. And this is why I think they need to figure out something going forward, because you've tried every which way to win in the playoffs with this big fella. You got to figure out something else.
It's too late. This right now. We were thinking off season now.
Yeah.
Start. You understand what I'm saying? And me personally, I think you could take the Knicks whole bench and put it on our team. I don't think that'll be the difference maker. I really don't.
I do.
Nurse, man, I'm going to criticize him until he's gone.
Listen, I dislike Nurse as much as you do, right? But I also see the flaws in our general manager and owner system and the way they put this team together in a very lazy, cheap way, ducking the tax, getting players off. That could bring
something. Is the money he wasted on George and Embiid, man? To be honest,
so you don't feel like this team would be better with McCain on it?
It would be better with McCain on it, but people tend to think people tend to think, okay, they say they got rid of Grimes instead of McCain. Oh, we beat the Knicks. No.
But they didn't need to get rid of neither one of them, though.
I
That
know
was my
that.
thing.
Like, we already know that. That's one of them is what it is kind of situations.
Right.
People fall in love with, like McCain, for instance. He go to OKC. He in a decent ass system. Ball movement. We don't have no ball movement. We don't have no off ball screens. We don't have nobody even cutting the baseline to keep the defense honest. We get D'd up. 90% of our threes is covered. Right. And we missing the open ones. You see how open our opponents be for three? What are we doing different? Right. We're not losing because of offense. We're not losing because the bench is garbage and shouldn't be in. We're losing because of intangibles that it won't make a difference who's there. With when you at practice, I don't know what they do at practice, Carl. That's my slogan. I'm gonna get a shirt that says, I don't know what they do at practice.
I disagree with you on a note that Nick Nurse can win with the proper perfect roster built for him to sit back and let things fall like he did in Toronto. It ain't happening here. It's going to take some years.
You think Toronto winning the championship was a testament to something that Nurse implemented?
No. I just said, if you weren't hearing me, it was due to a perfect roster that was put together by him where he didn't have to do but so much. We don't have that here.
Exactly. So
I mean, a lot. He got to do a lot.
Then it's a matter of availability. Okay, so he got this bench. Who's all these other players that was just right there for the taking? And Murray is just this dummy. Murray's not dumb.
Listen. I hear what you're saying.
Because we're losing. He's not that. Us losing doesn't make Murray dumb.
No.
Him letting job for the rest of his life.
Him letting go Jared McCain and not bringing talent onto this team was dumb as
talent. Explain talent to me by getting rid of McCain. What talent? What was supposed to happen by getting rid of McCain? 3 formidable bench players just come and be crushed.
No. You don't let him go if you don't have another player to come in.
Him go either.
You could have brought in a shooter. You could have brought in a rebounder.
McCain was when McCain was gone. If McCain would have went and fell, you wouldn't hear nothing about McCain or Murray.
What I'm saying to you is,
real quick.
What I'm saying to you, Berg, is mathematically you need a bench to score. If our bench continuously give us 6 points, they're putting us in a deficit to other teams that are giving us 20 points.
That goes without saying. That goes without saying. When McCain was here, what did he do that made people, the second they heard he was going, like, damn, it's a wrap?
It's not.
He started shining away from here.
Well,
Paul Reed shining away from here. Tobias Harris shining away from here. Isaiah Joe shining away from here.
Well,
these guys was on the bench and like, damn, why you get rid of him? He was the man.
The difference for those guys you named and Jared McCain, he actually damn near was rookie of the year before. He had claimed the success already. We saw him shoot. We knew what he can do. He was ramping up towards the All-Star before the trade deadline. So they traded the only highlight we had off our bench for nothing.
But yeah, that was horrible. I never justify that. No, that was terrible.
So,
my thing is about Sixers winning. So I never point at one player, say we lost because of
it's a whole organizational thing, man. It's exactly. A whole organization.
That's not something that happens overnight. Okay, get rid of Murray. We going to the championship next season?
No, it'll start the process of doing it.
Hey, let me tell you this real quick. 1983, we swept the Lakers, right? 90% of the fans didn't even know who the general manager was. Like, you understand what I'm saying? That wasn't an issue. But with this new social media bandwagon,
it's different.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody, the ball boy was late. Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's different. It's different now.
It's different. So I don't fall in that boy. So, I'm from that old guard. Like, you know what I mean? Well, none of this stuff matter. We X's in the old schools.
Well, straight from the old school. Let me hear you bold tonight. We at the 26-minute mark. Let's get bold, Bert. Yeah. What's your
bold prediction is going? Can I add 2? Since it's just me.
Go ahead, baby.
Okay. Grimes 25 points. And Bona 10 rebounds.
Damn, that's a Husky bench game right there. Okay. Yeah. Hey, Bert.
What's yours?
I'm going to say Joel Embiid shakes off whatever the fuck is going on with him tonight. 30-point triple-double for the big man. Sixers win.
You know what I always say?
What?
Difference between bold predictions and
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 delusional. That's delusional.
that might can happen though.
It might can happen. You know,
Yeah.
we've seen stranger things this year. You know, one thing's for sure, two things for certain, man. The Sixers mantra for the night is fight for Philly, fight for each other. And that's what it's going to take. That's what it's going to take. And Berg, that's what we have not seen consistently in this series. They have not been fighting for each other. They have
Hey,
not been playing together.
to everybody viewing, if this is our last game, man, y'all have a good off season, man, and let's hope for the best. Flyers lost yesterday. Philly's trying to get it together. We got the Birds in a little while, so you know what I mean.
Most
Fun
definitely.
with y'all. I might be on post game if it's one.
Nah, I don't know what Berg talk about. His ass is gonna be on post game. He trying to get y'all farewell and all that shit. But you know,
you did that one game. It wasn't even no red arrow.
Relax. Look up top. Y'all see
Right.
we're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. So tell a friend to tell a friend. We from Philly. We ain't running from no fight, no smoke. We here right now. Report card show will be coming soon. If this should be the last game, BG will be on post game. Peace and love to y'all. Peace out. Sixers, hopefully get the dub.
Enjoy the game.
Yes, sir.